Hi, I'm Laura and this is my dad David and my brother's dog Angus who's joining us today, and we will be growing sweet corn and pumpkins.
And the products we're going to grow our sweet corn is a lark F1 hybrid, which we got from Thompson & Morgan, and the pumpkin jack of all trades, which is a small pumpkin. We're not looking for the £100 one, just the £6 job, so we're going to plant those today. So if you like this programme, don't forget
to like, subscribe and share. Bye!
Bye! What we're going to do now is grow some sweet corn. It's this one's sweet corn lark F1 hybrid. With sweet corn, you normally, instead of growing them in a row, you grow them in a block. It says on this that it's not quite so important, but I think that's what we'll do. We'll grow them as a block. I planted these some time back in the greenhouse in little trays, and these are the plants now. And some of them, I'm quite proud with those. They're come up to a good sized plant. So we'll just dig a quick hole, pop it in. The ground looks quite dry on top, but in actual fact it's quite soft underneath, so it's fine. So if we leave about just over a foot to the next plant, another hole. Squeeze. That's, as you can see, a nice looking plant. Put it in there. Look to see it's reasonably straight. Take that stone out of the way. Nice moist soil. Firm it down. Got two in now, so I'm going to put another one in, probably another two there. Two more rows, so we'll have a block of 12. These plants are going to grow about so high. They're quite sturdy. The roots are very near the surface, so be careful when you're hoeing to keep the weeds down. The plant will come out in a husk, which is, it's difficult to describe. I know what a husk is. It's like a corn on the cob, all wrapped up in leaves. You'll know when they're ready that you can squeeze the top, and then they'll be brown at the top, and you'll see them ready. You put them in a block because they're air pollinators rather than just put them in your normal row. And once they're ready, and we'll probably show that in another episode, when they're ready, the secret of success to really enjoy these is to have your water boiling on the stove, take the plants, rush in the kitchen, cook them nice and tender, as sweet as they're ever going to be, drop of butter on top, perfect. Hi, today we're going to talk about pumpkins. We've planted our sweet corn in a block just before. Pumpkins, I'm going to put them in this block in here. They're a nice pumpkin. They'll grow to about 5 or 6 pounds in weight. They'll trail all over the ground, which is a bit of a problem, but I think Laura has a plan for that, so she'll talk about it later. This pumpkin's jack of all trades. It's not going to grow huge plants, sort of 5 or 6 pounds in weight. Good for soup. Good to make lanterns with for Halloween. As you can see, it's a good strong plant. Just squeeze it out there. In fact, it looks to me as though it's got a little bit dry, but I'll give them a good water when I've got them in. Fit them in nicely. I've got some bindweed here, and I'll talk about that in a second. Let's get this firmed in. There we go. Normally have about 3 foot spaces between the plants. When I was planting the pumpkins, I mentioned that we had a problem with bindweed. It's a terrible plant. It grows all over. It gets through, and you can see it here where it's twisted together. It gets through in your plants, then binds them together. Try and dig it up a little bit. One of the problems when you rotivate your garden, if you've got any bindweed, you then go and chop it up. And unfortunately, every little bit of the root that you chop up then grows another piece of bindweed. You can see there's a piece come on there. And if I try and get this one, it can grow about 2 meters deep or even further, and you can see all the stuff coming up now in the length of the root. Oop, I've just snapped it, so that'll be another plant. What I'm going to have to do is try and take some of the bindweed out now. What I can't get out, I'll just have to let grow, and then I've made a strong solution of glyphosate up, which is just like ground Roundup or any material like that. I don't like to spray in the garden, so I put it in a in a little jam jar, much to Laura's amazement, with a brush, and I'm just going to go around, and it'll be a bit tedious job, but I'll paint it on all the leaves, and that'll at least stunt the growth and stop it smothering all the plants. I think we'll probably touch on that in another video, because I'm sure I'm going to mention or blame this bindweed quite a lot. So that's what I'm going to have to do before I finish planting the pumpkins. I'll dig this bit over, get as much bindweed out as I can, and then tackle it during the season.
So as Dad's previously mentioned, we want to have a nice gap between about 2 and 3 feet our plants. With this one here, what we're going to try is something I've seen on another programme where they use tent pegs to keep the plant in place. So once you've got it in the ground, being careful obviously when you tap it out of the pot. There we go. Is that the main plant will grow and grow and grow. So in order to keep it in place, I'm going to use tent pegs and spiral it around as it continues to grow. That way we can hopefully keep an eye on where the plants are growing and make sure that it doesn't end up halfway down the field.